After he had heard the prayer, the angel gently set it free and followed it to the father's child in a faraway city. And there the girl in desperation was searching through the sky for a star that she could wish upon, but stars were in short supply. The only light that she could see there shining all alone was a neon sign on an old bar. And so on this, she wished she was home.
In an old city bar that is never too far from the places that gather where the dreams that have been, in the safety of night with its old neon light, it beckons to strangers and they always come in. In the snow it was falling, the neon was calling, the music was low, and the night Christmas Eve. And here was the danger that even with strangers inside of this night, it was easier to believe. Then the door opened wide, and a child came inside that no one in the bar had seen there before. And he asked, did we know that outside in the snow that someone was lost, standing outside our door? And the bartender gazed through the smoke and the haze, through the window and ice, to that corner street light. We're standing alone by a broken payphone. Was the girl the child said could no longer get home? And the snow it was falling, the neon was calling. The bartender turned and said, not that I care, but how would you know this? The child said, I've noticed if one could be home, they'd be already there. Then the bartender came out from behind the bar, and in all of his life he was never that far. And he did something else that he thought no one saw, when he took all the cash from the register drawer, and he followed the child to the girl across the street. And we watched from the bar as they started to speak. Then he called for a cab, then he said JFK. Put the girl in the cab, then the cab drove away. And we saw in his hand Then he looked for the child, but the child wasn't there. Just the wind in the snow waltzing dreams through the air. So he walked back inside, somehow